Hi guys, my little pre-scope about the Melt Method book review. So I will put that down. Let me get over here. Let's flip this around. Hey guys, how are we today? Thanks for joining. I just wanted to do a pre-scope about a book review that I'm working on right now. And hi, thanks for joining. If you want to let me know your name, where you're joining in from, that would be awesome. I always love to know where people are at. So it's a little pre-scope. I'm going to be doing a scope about the Melt Method book. So if you haven't been on any of my scopes before, my name is Tanya Clark. I'm a Melt Method practitioner, Pilates and yoga practitioner. Just love all things movement and self-care. And so I actually am working right now on a book review of the Melt Method book. And one of my favorite things to teach is the Melt by the Book series. And so I'm just finishing teaching a group of fabulous ladies at a local yoga studio. And I am actually teaching them the Melt Method, how to melt by the book. And so basically Melt is a self-treatment technique that helps you to get out of pain and stay out of pain. And so the connective tissue is what we deal with, actually the neurofascia. So it is our link between the connective tissue system and our autonomic nervous system. So we kind of tap into those reflexes of the body and we help the body rest easier. We help the nervous system work a little bit more efficiently. And all of this work helps you to get out of and stay out of pain. So I've always been super fascinated by I don't know the language that you're typing in. Sorry. I've always been fascinated with Sue's story about how she kind of came about this work. And Sue Hitzman is the creator of the method. So this is Sue right here. So she is the creator of the method. She is also my teacher. She's my mentor. And so you can kind of see here, it's body work that we do. We're doing hands-off body work. So you can see she's on the roller. So we have this nice little squishy soft foam roller, and if you've ever used a hard foam roller, you will love the soft roller. And so basically, thanks for joining ABC Vision. Where are you coming in from today? Where are you joining in from today? What's your name? If you want to tell me, that would be awesome. And from Atlanta, nice. Thanks for joining from Atlanta. I'm in South Florida, and so I'm just kind of doing like a little pre-scope on a Wilson. Nice to meet you, Wilson. I'm Tanya, and I am a Melt Method practitioner, and this is what I'm talking about today. Is I'm just kind of doing a little pre-scope, letting you know that I'm working on a book review right now, and I'm hoping to have it done by the end of this week, but with work and everything, you know, I'll come back on and let you know the exact time I'm going to be scoping and doing the book review, because I think for everybody who is a living body, we need to be thinking about our connective tissue, because it is our support structure of our body, and helps us to get out of and stay out of pain, helps us to stay active. And so we use balls on the hands and the feet, we use foam roller on the body, and it's a nice hands-off body work method that just really helps our body kind of get out all the kinks and the aches and pains from repetitive motions, whether that be activities like exercise or sports, whether you're a professional athlete or whether you have a desk job, or whether you're a little kid or whether you're an elderly person. Doesn't really matter. All of our connective tissue is the same as far as it's our support structure. So that's what I'm working on, is the book review. And I wanted to just take a moment, because I said this would be a quick scope, and I just wanted to take a moment to read just a little snippet from the book. It's one of my favorite things to talk about, the connective tissue and just the way that our body manages everything for us. This is a chapter called The Body's Brain, a section called The Body's Brain. And so it says, the name of the book is The Melt Method book. So here it is right here, The Melt Method. So it is a form, it's a hands-off body work, it's a self-treatment technique. It's one of the main things that I teach. Been teaching Pilates for over a decade, yoga for a few years with my private clients, and for a little over 2 years I've been teaching the Melt Method. I always incorporate that into the work with my clients because it preps the body for exercise, so we get better muscle timing, we get better movement through our fascial system. And so I'm just gonna read a quick little snippet from the section called The Body's Brain. And have you ever thought about why it's so easy to carry on a conversation while walking? You take it for granted that you don't have to think about how to move, you just do. How does that work? It's a widely held belief that movement, thank you for the hearts, that movement is created when the brain gives a command through a nerve impulse that tells particular muscles to move a particular body part. But it's just not that simple. There is far more to movement than the brain telling the muscles to move. The latest studies about the connective tissue confirm that there is a massive amount of communication occurring within the body with little to no input from the brain and the central nervous system. Kind of blew my mind the first time I heard that. We think of the brain and the central nervous system as king, right? So cell to cell, organ to organ, and joint to joint, this communication is occurring on an electrical and vibrational level through the fluid system of the connective tissue. So at any given moment, there is more information being transmitted through the connective tissue system than there is through the nervous system. Furthermore, the speed of connective tissue communication is more complex and frequently faster information is taken in and transmitted through sensory receptors in the tissue. It's what we call body sense. It's what Sue calls body sense. We teach people how to use body sense and melt. And so when your body sense is poor, you have to rely more heavily on your 5 common senses, which can be exhausting and cause you to feel uncoordinated. So it was just a little snippet there because I always find that super fascinating. You know, we kind of think that, you know, it is true, you know, even with my degree in exercise science, like we know about the extracellular matrix and all of that, but it was really kind of about the muscles and the bones, like they were, you know, like the important things and the nerve impulses going to the muscles. But it has completely changed my world, my movement, the way that I heal from injuries, working with the connective tissue system, because there's far more information going on in the connective tissue system than the central nervous system in the brain. I just find that completely amazing and brilliant. And I think that what happens in our body without our conscious control is something that, you know, obviously we don't think about, and we kind of take it for granted, you know, and so there's always communication going on with these sensory receptors in our body, and so it's a pretty brilliant system to start to tap into and start to learn about, because you can really literally change. I have not written a book. No, I have not written a book. I just blog and starting to do the video blogs, and then, you know, teach my clients how to work with their connective tissue, how to tap into the reflexes of their body to start helping their body work more efficiently. And so it's one of my favorite things to teach. So that's what I'm working on. My blog is The Dancing Soul, SOUL.com. And so you can check it out there. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook at The Dancing Soul. And then I'm also on Twitter and obviously Periscope here at the Dancing Soul at Dancing Soul blog. So yeah, you can go over to my website, thedancingsoul.com, and check out what I do. And I just love sharing all things self-care and really helping us live our best life. So yeah, thank you for the thumbs up. I really appreciate that. And thank you for joining me today. And I'm hoping to have it done by Friday, but with work and everything, but I'll come on and do a quick little scope about where, and I'll put out a Facebook post and event to let everyone know when I am doing the actual book review. So really, really cool stuff in the book. And I'll kind of just take you through some of the concepts of MELT, what we do, kind of take you through the book, how Sue came about the work, a lot of it. Thank you very much for the good scope. Thank you. I really enjoy talking about it, and I'm glad that you joined me today. And I love kind of how she got her start. Thank you for inviting followers to ABC Vision. I really appreciate that. And for sharing on Twitter. That's awesome. And so yeah, I really love, how I'll be talking about Sue Hitzman, the creator of the method, and how she kind of really started understanding the stress reflexes of the body when after 9/11. Because she was in New York City, a hands-on body worker in New York City. And so a lot of her friends and family and coworkers were affected by 9/11 in a very personal way. And so it was really interesting how she kind of got into the work with the stress reflexes and so forth after 9/11. So yeah, lots of really, really great stuff in the book that I'll be talking about. And then I'll let you know how you can find out more about MELT. I also Skype with my clients as well, so I give some really great discounts on Skype sessions. So you can find out all that information over at thedancingsoul.com. And if you're not following me, go ahead and follow me. That way you can stay up to date when I actually get this book review out. And so I just wanted to give a little snippet, just to kind of give a little food for thought that you might not have thought about the fact that there's more information being transmitted and communicated cell to cell, organ to organ via the connective tissue than your central nervous system and brain could handle. So I think that's pretty cool. And so thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for the hearts, and thank you for all the support and inviting your followers and sharing on Twitter. And just, thank you so much. And until next time, so much love and light to all of you guys. And I'll come back on and let you guys know exactly when I'm going to be doing that book review and how you can find out more about the MELT method. Okay, so until next time.